Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. We have a military map over here, let's go. First let's zoom into this territory my friends, the border between Belarus and Ukraine. Well, recently we got some of the activity around there and Ukrainian forces shot down one of the drones launched from the Belarusian territory. It was Orlan 10, the Russian drone. And just recently some of the Russian military airplanes were spotted in Belarusian airspace. Those were Illusion 76, which is competitor for C-17 Globemaster. Well, obviously C-17 is much better. And those Russian planes delivered the anti-aircraft systems to Belarusian territory, and those systems were put over here near to Ukrainian border. Those are S-300, and just to remind you, Russia converted those anti-aircraft systems to fire ground to ground. So they are just like Iskanders and they can put harm to Ukraine territory as well. But speaking in general about this place, it's more or less calm there, my friends. And let's go to Kharkiv territory. Kharkiv recently got around 10 rocket attacks from Russian side. I wonder why they fired just to the city, because there are no any kind of military targets, so just a civilian place. The central part of the city was devastated by the Russian rockets. And Russia continued to send reinforcements in the area, so they accumulated here around 5,000 soldiers in Belgorod area in this region, and they want to start one more attack on Kharkiv city. However, with the forces that they have, it's impossible to take Kharkiv. Later on, I'll tell you the main purpose of this attack in this region. And let's go to Izum direction, where Ukraine has successful counterattack. So basically we are pushing from Dolina, this village, and we started our counterattack just a few days ago towards Izum, and we took Dmitrievka, very important village, I think around 3 weeks ago, and we also start our counterattack to this area. Bohorodichne, I hope you can see this on the chart, was taken by Russian army well before and now freed completely by Ukrainian forces. However, recently, today, Russia tried to gain control over this town and unsuccessful. They retreated back, and also we were successful pushing them back to Pasika. So we gained quite a lot of territory. So this part of the territory we were able to gain in recent, I would say, 3 weeks, and it's for now the major counterattack for Ukrainian forces. And I think that we are controlling this road over here. It means that we can use it in autumn time, then the fall comes, then the rain season starts. We may use this road on the way to Izum direction, and also there is one more road to reach Izum as well, and we are controlling those 2 roads in those 2 areas, I would say. And it was possible because we got some of the Western artillery systems like M777s and Himars. Well, Himars mostly used on the south of the front lines, and here we have Russian hub, and before they have more forces, they had more forces in this area, and they moved them to Kharkiv direction. They reinforced Kharkiv. They want to attack Kharkiv once again. So basically, I would say they are not leaving Izum, but they are reducing the number of soldiers and armored vehicles in this area, and we are taking the advantage on that stuff. We are starting the counterattack basically, my friends, and we'll see how the situation develops in the future. For now, from the information we got, we actually slowed down a little bit over here because we need to put our supply lines and reserves to this place and start the counterattack once again. So for today and for recent 5 days, I would say the front line over here is more or less standstill. And if we go to the fire detection, let me check it out. Well, just occasional fire, artillery fire over here. Sorry guys, I will remove my drawing over here. And near to Velika Kamushevaha, there was artillery fire recently. Let's move to Slavyansk, my friends. It's very near, everything is connected there. And let's go to the Russian forces. I would say they will use, they may use this direction from Liman to Radiogorodok and Slavyansk itself, and they try to use Dolina. over here. So this is Dolina village, but with our counterattack it is not possible for them to take this road M03 on the way to Slavyansk, so this attack is not possible. They also try to reach Bogorodishne. This is Bogorodishne, and if they would take Bogorodishne, they might go just across the bushes to reach the M03 road again, bypassing our defense lines, which is here. But still, we got our Bogorodishne back under our control, so this direction is totally impossible for Russian forces. The only way how they can go to Slavyansk is attacking from the Liman. However, here we have the natural obstacle and also a couple of the bridges that can be easily destroyed, so for them it's not possible to get closer to Slavyansk in nearby future. The same I would say about the Kramatorsk, and the main events recently happened near to Bakhmut and also in Donetsk Oblast. So Russia really close to this area. They will try to reach Bakhmut. They already trying to reach it from this direction. Basically, they have nothing, no obstacles on the way to Bakhmut. Just this road over here that is going to the Bakhmut. So there is the defense line of Ukrainian forces, and also they took M03 road over here, so they are advancing from this side, and probably gonna advance from the south, because they also took some part of the territory around there, and it's very risky nowadays for Bakhmut. However, we have some of the good news coming. Russia is in lack of the forces, in lack of soldiers, most of them just in lack of morale, and they join the forces. Join forces, I mean private campaigns together with the regular soldiers, with the guys from far Siberian regions, and all of that mixed, and also they have different nationalities in their army, and they argue between each other. So who will be number one to attack? We don't want, we want our guys to stand back. So there are some kind of conflicts happening in this Russian controlled territory between the soldiers themselves that demoralize basically the spirit of their soldiers. So basically, I do not expect our city of Bakhmut to fall down in nearby future. Well, Russia needs to send more forces to that area. However, now they regroup their forces more to the south. That could be the main vector for their massive attack in nearby future. Let's move to the north. Siversk here is very important strategic place, but Russia is unable to reach it so near to Bilohorivka. There is a standstill situation for a long time, and the main events happened here near to Avdiivka, Pisky and Marinka. So those three villages are very important, and Avdiivka and Pisky are very close to Donetsk. So here is Donetsk, and Pisky is very close. This is Donetsk airport. I used to fly there quite a lot of time. And Russia, as you see, but the fighting is ongoing for Pisky. From the information I got, Russia took this southeast part of this town, let's say. And if you go to the timeline, you see the gray area advanced all across this street on the way to M30. So they really want to get Pisky under their control. Why they're so slow in this in taking this village? Because those are the borders of unrecognized Donetsk Republic, and you see the borders were not moved mostly since the war, the hot stage of war started in February, because Ukrainian forces were able to build huge defense lines. So we have a defense line all across Avdiivka, Pisky, everything, and Marinka. So we really put our forces over there on, and also we have some natural obstacles that help Ukraine forces as well. So we have some of the lakes, rivers in the region. And let's go down to Marinka. Let's go to the timeline. I just want to check it out. Well, some correction for the borders, no significant change in that region. So Marinka is a very important place as well, my friends, for Ukrainian defenders. Here on the south, okay, Russia moved towards Mikilske. Just recently they took this village. It could be just a map correction. Mikilske, yeah, sorry, I'm very bad in pronouncing our own names if they are written in Latin letters. Let's go to the south, the main spot, I would say strategic spot, not from the fighting that is ongoing, but if we speak and we see the fire detection, you see that happened mostly because of the artillery fire, I think so. And if we look at the timeline, well, there is the change over here. It means that the fighting is ongoing for the area, and we have some of the awesome news again from the Himars. Himars was used again in Antonovka. Probably you know Antonovsky Bridge that sustained 2 of the attacks by Ukrainian forces, and today, or maybe yesterday evening, it's better to say, the bridge was attacked again by the Himars to the same place. Why it was attacked? Because Russia put some of the engineering devices, their tracks actually, to fix the bridge, to repair it, and we destroyed some of the Russian equipment that was used in that bridge. For now, Russia has just a couple of ferries to transfer the supplies, ammunitions and vehicles. So at the same ferry there could be civilians together with military, which is not good for us, so we cannot target civilians. That is why probably we're not going to target those ferries, and ferry is a moving target, you see, so it is quite far away from the front lines. How many kilometers? I would say for the safe area 47 kilometers, so it's very hard to reach the moving target, but Antonovsky Bridge is here and you can very precisely target the same spot. So Russia in desperate, they need this bridge for their supplies, and they already sent around 25,000 soldiers in this vast area. And what I heard as well, that today Ukraine was able to fire actually to this dam, not to the dam itself, but to this part that we talk about, this particular point. You see, Himars is so precise that we can destroy this bridge over here without ruining the dam itself. Ruining the dam will bring devastation to Kherson city, civilians, also Russians, but we need to take care about our own citizens, so we'll not destroy the dam itself. That is why, my friends, the Himars is very effective, and for now I think that Russian forces just been cut from the supply line. Still, they may use some of the Panton Bridge, but I haven't heard that they were able to build them successfully. They tried to build the Panton Bridge near to Antonovka, but the current there is so strong that they should launch the boats to keep the Panton Bridge on the same place. So it's impossible to keep those boats running for eternity, right? So that is why it's impossible for them to transfer their tanks and engineering equipment, heavy vehicles to this part of Ukraine. Basically, they have been cut, if the information about the Novakhovka Dam is correct. So they have just been cut, and we should expect a big movement in nearby future, probably even this week, my friends, because I heard lots of information saying that this week Russia probably gonna start their massive attack. Well, I think the main direction for the possible attack could be on Mykolaiv, the same way as they've done this spring, and they will try to get to the city itself, because there is the bridge across this Yuzhny Bug river, and if they take it, they may take also this road on the way to Odessa, my friends. This is the shortest way possible, but for this way they need to fight for the city in urban environment. They'll have severe losses. The other way, as they tried already in the spring, they will bypass Mykolaiv here near to Voznesensk and go straight down to Odessa as well. Why Odessa is so important for Russian Federation? Because they want to close this way between Russian controlled territory and Transnistria unrecognized republic, because there is pro-Russian basically government, and after that they may put Moldova under the threat as well. European Union countries, and so on, so on. They have some sort of the peacekeepers in Transnistria, and they now unable to get them out because this territory is closed between Ukraine and Moldova. And for this kind of operation, they accumulated 25,000 soldiers in this region, and basically it is nothing because they should have 3 times more at least soldiers to fight against Ukrainian forces. And from the information I have, we have around 50,000 or maybe even more in this area, in this south area. So they need to have at least 150,000 soldiers. 25 is nothing. But also the accumulated forces over here, quite far away from the Mykolaiv direction. It means that they may try to reach Kryvyi Rih over here. Kryvyi Rih is the longest city in Europe, around 100 kilometers long, and you cannot just circle it easily. And also there are some of the rivers, lakes, natural obstacles, and Ukrainian forces. So it's kind of suicide mission to throw part of the forces here, part of the forces there. The main idea of this possible Russian attack is to start the peaceful negotiations. Russians understood that they have significant losses. They don't have backup resources. Speaking about, North Korean 100,000 soldiers, those are just rumors, nothing to speak about, my friends. For now, they have not enough resources, and they're gonna simulate this massive attack for Ukraine again, as it was on 24th of February this year. Then they started the hot stage of war. This time it could be similar, but with lower scale. And on a peak of that attack, they will call for emergency meeting in Istanbul, including United Nations, Turkey, and Ukraine. Believe me, it will be like that because they already tried it for the food supplies, and they have basically this area where they can negotiate. For now, it's Istanbul, and Russia wants it. But for Ukraine, we need to fight to take our land. There is no other way, because if we'll agree to let Russians rule Kherson, Zaporizhia Oblast, Melitopol, Mariupol, they will stay for a while there, but then gonna start a massive attack to Ukraine in a few years. And I'm really happy that our main allies like United States of America and United Kingdom, Canada, Poland, they understand this stuff, and they will continue to help Ukraine with weapons. About all good Europe, well, there are some politicians who would like to start those peaceful negotiations just right now, because they need very cheap natural gas and oil coming from Russia. For them now it's kind of complicated. Nord Stream is partially working, Nord Stream 2 is totally banned, and they eagerly want the fossil fuels, cheap fossil fuels, delivered from Russia. So it's a big game, my friends, and we don't know really what to expect in the future. I hope that we'll take all of our lands back. Crimea, it's my basically the place where I was born. This part, Russia took more than 20% of our land. Very good land for the agriculture, and this area is very good for the iron, for the natural gas, and basically coal. It was the industrial heart of Ukraine. Now it's under control by the Russian forces. Well, my friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on the situation here in Ukraine. And also, if you like what I do, just press the like button. And also, there are some of the links below how you can support my channel. You can support me on PayPal, on Patreon, or Donatella, whichever you like. So for those of you who support me, my friends, you are awesome. Many thanks for your help. And also, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.